we somewhat free, but not truly free?
And are we free to acknowledge our history? Are we because I think, there's white people who say you're just inviting division by talking about that. It's in the past, stop riling things up. And no, we don't have to dwell on it, but acknowledge it.
Exactly. Because it's not divisive, and we, like you said, the key word, dwell. We're not dwelling on it. Let's deal with it so we can move past it.
Yeah.
If we don't deal with it, we cannot move past it, but it's going to continue to show up until we deal with it. But
deal with it, depending on who you are, what does that mean?
True.
And I think we're on a path of dealing with it. The fact that we have names like Jesse Jackson and Dr. King that we can name. The fact that we do have women of color in significant offices in the Supreme Court as the vice president, and we have Barack Obama. All of that is part of dealing with it. I don't think we're ever going to have it dealt with and over, but what the work that Great Brook leadership is trying to do is these conversations deal with it. And often they end with, well, I'm not sure. Let's keep talking about it. I don't think there's going to be any point at which we've said, okay, we've dealt with that, because that's what I was told. We dealt with that in the 60s.
So I was going to say, when you said that, is that part of cognitive dissonance? Because you're saying we dealt with it, dealing with having Barack, having a black white VP, having a now new black Supreme Court justice, female, and certain things. But is that just makeup? Is that really, what is it? Because you saw what Supreme Court justice just went through.
Yes, we did.
Okay. So what she went through,
the questioning,
we cannot say that we're dealing with it.
Right.
No, it hasn't been dealt with. Not at the level in which it needs to be.
Exactly.
Right?
And that is the point I was trying to make. It's there. I mean, it wouldn't have been there in the 60s, so it's a step. But you're right. It doesn't mean it has been dealt with, because each time we deal with it, we bring up all of that insane questioning, right? And that we went through on the Supreme Court nomination. So,
and this is why oftentimes blacks you will hear them say it's not for us to have to deal with, although I disagree to a certain extent. I think we need to be a part of the discussions for sure. Yeah. Because we have to drive them in a way that makes sure that they are dealing with or addressing or looking at certain aspects. Right. Because just like as we're talking, we can conclude right here, but how many folks are having these conversations around the world like this? Yeah. Are they really going this deep, or are they really talking things that matter? I don't want to be so insensitive to you to hurt you, and I don't want you to do that back to me. Right. But I'm in a space where I will be completely true, vulnerable, and whatever I need to be to have the discussion. Right. Most folk won't do that. And we must get to a place where we can actually have these conversations.
Yes, just have the conversation.
And I don't necessarily need to be the leader in it, even if I'm just present, because we need more people like you, Maura, who can be and are willing, vulnerable enough, understanding enough to, hey, put yourself out there. Yeah. Because you could be eaten up by the wolves almost. I mean, that's just a colloquial term. That's just more of an analogy. Right. Eaten by the wolves. But just meaning that you could be attacked.
I could. I did get threatened with a snowplow.
I bet. And you could be attacked for voicing your thoughts, exposing your experiences, your beliefs and biases, unfairly to you, because you're doing what we all say, keeping it real.
Hi, I hope you liked that excerpt from the Great Brook Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss a new upload.